Just lie on the resume. Now I'm just playing. You gotta answer the interview's questions according to how they benefit you. That's how you stand out. I recently did an interview for the Disney College program, and out of the 50,000 applications that tried their ways to, get in, I got a spot. And I'm saying that as a flex. And I didn't even know what the job was about. They had some Zoom meeting where you had to sit down and they would do like a whole presentation and everything. Man, I was just sitting down eating a leftover burger from the other day. But since I knew that the job was going to require you to help people, I knew what I was going to say. So for example, in the summer, I was trying to improve my social skills by, working at jobs and stuff. So I was thinking, okay, how can I take this same mentality with, trying to work on my social skills with the job to this job? Obviously at the Disney program, you're going to be working at Disneyland. So what's one of the things that you're going to be doing? Helping people go to the rides, whenever they come up to you and ask a question. You'd be like, yo, just go over there, that's where that ride is. Go over there, that's where that bathroom is. And I'm thinking to myself like, okay, let me answer the questions according to how I plan to improve from the experience. Not what I can gain from them, but what I can gain as a result of working with them. You see, a lot of people's problem when they go ahead and do an interview is, oh, how can I be the perfect candidate? Oh, what can I put on my resume that's gonna strike the most? Oh, what can I say? How can I say it? And all that stuff. Me, I don't do none of that stuff. What I simply do is, how can I benefit from doing this company, from working at this place, and how can it actually contribute to my goal? You see, the person that's interviewing you doesn't want to hear about oh yeah, I'm the perfect candidate for you because X, Y, and Z. Or I could do everything you ever wanted. Or I could do this, do that, do this, that's going to help you out. No, they hear that shit all the time. You want to stand out and be different by saying, by positioning yourself okay, I'm going to do this job and here's what I'm going to gain from it. And that's how it's going to benefit me. When they hear that, they're like, oh, this guy is not like the rest of them. Oh, this guy is different. I gotta hire him. He's gonna be way different. And a lot of problems that I deal from these perfect candidates, I'm not gonna deal from him because he's actually serious and he has a goal. You see, during the interview, the person was talking about how, when people go ahead and work at Disney, they're like, I don't want to work with those people. I'm just trying to stay to myself. And of course they're gonna get mad. Of course the people who's working there is gonna get mad and not want to rehire them because that's what they hired them for, to go outside and to help the people. And if they're not being social and stuff, then what can they do? But the person whose goal is to increase their social skills and actually talk to people, of course they're gonna want to hire that guy because he's gonna do overtime, just based on him. You see, the people who's like, okay, I'm gonna be the perfect person for this, they're gonna do just the bare minimum. But the people whose goal is to become one of the best is gonna do the bare minimum and then some. And that's what made me win that interview. Now, with that being said, I want you to leave this by having some actionable, clear steps to do right after this video. And number one, have a clear goal. If you don't have a clear goal or have any destination that you want to get to, how could somebody trust you and put you at this position where they need your help? You don't even know where you're going. You need a goal that you can talk about with clear conviction. Want to know why? Because when you talk with clear conviction, okay, here is my goal and this is why I want to do this, the people, when they hear it, they're like, oh shoot, this guy's serious. This guy is actually going about his business and he finna do some extra good stuff for a company. So we gotta hire him and help him out. Because when people hear about your goal and you're talking about oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, they get inspired and want to actually help you. Some other people gonna start hating and be like, oh, you're never gonna accomplish that. But there's an other side to it. There's a side where people actually want to see you succeed, and if they benefit from you trying your hardest, man, they're gonna help you and throw you lives. They're gonna do this for you. They're gonna do a whole lot of stuff because they also benefit and they can see you that you're being serious and that you're actually gonna accomplish your goals. For example, during the interview, she asked me what do you plan to do with this company? Why do you want to work at here? What's it going to do for your goals? She didn't say exactly like that, but I'm paraphrasing. And I said something like, I plan to use this company to build my skills. So right now I'm in college to become a video editor, to do commercials and stuff. I wanted to be able to talk with a whole lot of people, like diversity, and make commercials where it can brand to everybody. In order to do that, I must talk with, a whole lot of people from different cultures, from different backgrounds, and that's how I used my goal as a way to win the interview. You see, at Disney, there's gonna be a whole lot of people coming around, from Africa, Europe, China, and since a whole lot of people is gonna be coming over here to experiences, I'm going to have a whole lot of chances to talk with them and learn from them. You see, the interviewer doesn't want to hire someone who's going to be a detriment to their team. You see, a person who's like, oh yeah, I want to join it so it can help me out, and I want to make new friends, and I want to do this, I want to do this. It's going to be a detriment, because when the going gets tough, that's when you're going to give up. When you're just there to have fun, or there to just do whatever, not even have a clear goal, the interviewer sees you as someone who's just gonna lay back, not even try to help, and be useless. Number 2, have a problem that you want to resolve. You see, when an interviewer asks me why you want to do the things you want to do, I said because something was really true about me. I have terrible directional skills. I'm telling you right now, you can tell me that Dunkin' Donuts is down the street, then walk straight down and then make a left, and I'm gonna be in Africa. Like, I have terrible directions. So with this, I knew that I can, put this a part of my plan. You see, what I said something was, I want to be able to help people with directions. And I remember when I was younger and I was looking for, the train stations, I'll go up to and ask people, and they'll be like, oh, go this way, go that way. And I wouldn't really get to the destination. I still want to understand. So I told her that I improved it by speaking to more people, listening more intently. And the way that I was going to help solve this problem of, not getting to a certain place because you don't know how to interpret how other people see it. I was gonna increase my skills so that I can help other people, get to their own direction. And the way I was gonna do this was by practicing with all these diverse people. I feel like that was one of the strongest strong points that I had that actually helped me get the interview, that actually helped me win the whole process. Number 3, put yourself in uncomfortable situations. You see, doing an interview is very uncomfortable for a lot of people. So when they do it, they end up freezing. They end up getting nervous, and it shows. You see, if you're doing a whole bunch of stuff outside your comfort zone prior to the interview, when you get to it, you're gonna be much more confident because you're used to being uncomfortable. And guess what? Your comfort zone expanded. So you wanna do these things by, public speaking, and if you're just like me, approaching women. And by doing these things, it's going to expand your comfort zone so that when you get to a thing like interviewing, it's going to be like light work. You're not going to really feel nervous and stuff, and you're going to be able to focus on what you want to say and how you want to deliver it. And now I can understand, you may have a self-limiting belief that may be stopping you from taking action. Oh, I can't do it. I can't go outside my comfort zone. I tried talking to this one person, but I just couldn't get myself to do it. It was so hard. I couldn't do it. I gotta do it. And one thing I have to say for that is, of course, I'm not expecting you to freaking approach Beyonce or public speak in front of 10,000 people. You gotta start with the small steps. That's how you get to the bigger ones. That's how you actually make progress. You see, you don't always need to do the hardest thing at first. You can do the easy steps and then build yourself to the harder things. For example, talking to people. Maybe you're too afraid to approach women. Okay, that's fine. That's very high level for you if you're not used to doing that. So simply talk to people. Ask for directions. Start with that. Start with something simple so you get the ball moving. Instead of just sitting there oh, I can't do it. I'm too scared. I can't move. I can't do it. Just start with the small steps and then build up to the harder ones. So for example, public speaking. Maybe get a family member, 2 family members, and then maybe, talk about a speech or talk about a time you did, you read a book or what you learned. Go out with your friends and then talk with them. That's technically public speaking. If you got multiple friends and you're sitting there at the table, try to make eye contact with all of them, talk, communicate, listen, and then, communicate. You don't have to always start with the hardest things at first. You just want to start with the small steps so you can get the ball moving. Yo, what's good? My name is Omeasley, and I'm currently on a self-improvement journey. I'm just trying out all these techniques to see if something works. And most of these techniques don't mean goddamn working. I be struggling, I try this, try that, and it don't be working. It's the whole sunlight thing. You know how they say, oh, if you, get some sunlight, it's gonna help you sleep better. I see no difference, I ain't gonna lie. But I did see a difference in making my mood way better, because I don't know, what I'm saying, as a, you feel me, the sun rays, and it just, also, I have this community where we're talking about social anxiety. So the same thing with approaching women. If you're really afraid of doing that and you want to learn about more ways on how to attack your mind, how to defeat that anxiety, go ahead and join. We also talk about public speaking. We talk to business people, get connections and stuff like that. So if that sounds interesting, go in the top link of the description and then join right now. And with that being said, always take it one step at a time, because you may never know where that one step may lead you.